Yeah, so I have to go to Walmart. Change the title, dude.
All right. Hello, hello, hello.
I was
Let's.
wondering why I was hearing double.
Yep, that'll happen.
Yeah,
All right, let's
yeah.
hop on over. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We are live with the preseason CTL power rankings for week number 27. I believe it's 27. Somehow the documents are saying 28, but 27 just so happened to disappear. I don't know what happened to 27. They said we don't talk about 27. I don't ask questions. All right, but for now we have it set at season 27. All right.
Yeah. So hopefully, either CTL will get their shit together and change it to 27, or we're going to be changing it to 28 next week. So we'll see.
Someone will budge. But
Yeah.
in case you guys are new to the stream, I'm Gale Force. I go by Gale. I'm a Protoss player. I sit around the Masters League every once in a while. Sometimes I go higher, sometimes I go lower. It just depends. And today I am joined with Bo Jenkins, who is one of FXB's star anchor players. He has won many seasons or many sets throughout the CTL seasons. So both of us are veterans to the game, kind of know what's going on, kind of know what we're talking about, and we're
Got it.
excited to bring this to you guys.
All right. So are we ready to jump in?
I think we
So
are.
how Yeah, so how this is gonna work is that we're gonna start from the top and we're just gonna start progressing down. So we're gonna reveal the one that we have at the very top, so who we think our number one is, and then we're gonna keep going.
Wait. No. We're going backwards. We're going from
We're
12 to
going
1.
backwards.
Yeah, we're
Oh my
going.
god, this is even better.
Look, we
Oh,
get
this is
this
this
is
this
hype.
is
This is
three
hype.
times as
All
good.
right. So we're
All
starting
right.
at number 12, and we're going to work our way up to rank number 1. All right. So as you guys can see, set up on the graphics here, Bo and I both have separate opinions on the weekly power rankings. Sometimes we're going to agree, sometimes we're going to disagree, but that's why we have this, so we can hopefully open up some interesting discussion points, and we can talk about it. So for we're going into week number 1. I expect all of these rankings to go out the window as soon as the first game has been played. So these are not to be taken too seriously. Take them with a grain of salt. Please don't get your feelings hurt. If you are offended at what we say, um, play better. Play better. Make your team win the week and place higher.
Yeah, absolutely. As long as you win, you'll be near the top.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
just win.
So
And
ultimately, your goal is to either prove us right if we rank you high, or prove us wrong if we rank you low.
Yeah, absolutely. And just as a quick reminder about these power rankings, since we are both on FXB, you can expect totally 100% unbiased, no bully, truthful, and accurate power rankings. We give you our ironclad guarantee made of bronze. So, without further ado, shall we begin?
Yeah, let's get it started. So coming in at rank number 12, we're going to go ahead and reveal this. We've got Taste the Bacon. Taste the Bacon coming in at number 12.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, they just didn't have a strong showing in this previous season. Um, they were one of the barring Team Legion, which we really won't speak about. They had the lowest map score overall, finishing the season at 1 win, 1 draw, and 10 losses. And
yeah,
Rax is actually bringing up an interesting point in the chat, saying number 12, aren't there like 9 teams? There are, but I did not get that information until all of the graphics have already been completed, and I wasn't going to go back and fix it. I expect those numbers to change for the coming week.
yeah.
So anyway, how are you feeling about Taste the Bacon?
Well, I like Taste the Bacon. They actually have a really good team, and they have a lot of good players. They had a very rough start to the season. Near the end, they started to recover a little bit. They started to get some wins under their belts, started to get some close series, but by that time, it was too late.
Yeah, the
It
damage
was
had
too
been
late.
done.
But yeah, I hope next season that they're able going to get that they're going to get a good showing. I really hope that they're able to pull it together and get practice in and be able to rank higher throughout the season.
Yeah. It's hard for me to try to dog on Taste the Bacon because there's not a bad person on that team. Like everybody I've talked to is just so personable, extremely nice, and everybody loves StarCraft. You know, like I get it together, guys. Get it together. We'll give you the buy for now. The
Yeah.
roastings will increase if you start to slack.
Yeah. Just as we said at the beginning, just play better.
Just
We believe in you.
just play better. All right, let's jump into rank 11. So I actually have Alpha X at rank 11. It looks like, Bo, you've chosen Jammet.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So why is Jammet at 11?
So hang on, I just gotta double check, double check my reasoning here. I wrote this a while ago.
Yeah, a
Um,
lot of these were written a while back, so expect us to go back and check the
yeah.
notes and maybe be forgetful about certain things, but it'll get better.
So you're going to see a very common theme with a lot of my criticisms, and it's a criticism that I have of our own team as well, which you'll see is that um, one of the strengths of CTL is being able to see your opponent's replays and being able to study them and then prepare your builds around those replays. So when a team plays very similar lineups the entire time, then they're very easy to prepare against. So that's something that Jammet did quite a lot, which is where they played a lot of the same players throughout the season. So when they play the same players, easy to prepare against, not able to win as many games, not able to win as many series, can't get into the playoffs. And that's kind of what I was going for. That's basically what I was getting at with what I was saying. So I just really hope that Jammet was able to get a nice recruiting round, or they're able to get some more active players, so they're able to shuffle up their lineup.
Yeah, those are really good points. Because it's actually saying we played all the same players too. We did.
We
Ultimately,
did. We did. I'm roasting us about that too. Don't worry.
uh, all right, so I've actually got Alpha X down here at rank 11. Just looking at the group stages, right, from the previous season, Alpha X finished at 3 wins and 9 losses. I actually have them ranked lower than Jammet, as Jammet finished with 4 wins, 3 ties, and 5 losses. So even though the scores aren't really that different, ultimately Jammet did manage to tie a couple times, and looks like they just kind of got on the bad end of the tie. Whereas Alpha X has just outright lost 9 games throughout the group stage, which that's just tough. I don't have a ton else to say. Looks like they are one of the 3 teams from the previous season that actually had penalties for late lineup submissions and missing replays. That's tough. That's tough. Gil's, this is
Yeah.
just the rankings from last season. That's not true.
This is very, very untrue. There is going to be some shakeups. Just you wait.
Also, I'd like to point out most of this list, from playoffs down, it's kind of all together. Like a lot of teams had very similar map scores, very similar performances. It's hard to differentiate between the two, or between all of the other teams. So everything's pretty close. Everything's close.
Yeah, yeah. Like we may put some like Taste of Bacon, Jammet, etc. Like they're at the bottom. But like honestly, like when we get up to like eights, nines, tens, sorry, eights, sevens, sixes, it's kind of like a toss up between the two.
Yeah, things kind of start to separate as time goes on, but like I said, we'll have more intel as the season actually starts playing out. We see what the lineups for season 27 start to look like. All right, let's jump into rank 10. So for rank 10, looks like you and I both agree. We've got Zara's Templar.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot to say about Zara's Templar. Like they were consistent, I guess is what you could say.
They were fine.
They they were fine, not a whole lot of positives, not a whole lot of negatives. So, it kind of goes.
Yeah, I really wanted to put Zara's probably at 11, I don't know. I was a toss up between Jammin and Zara's for the 11th and 10th.
Right.
I really if I don't know. So their set one and set two was very weak throughout the seasons. So they were like losing a lot. So that's where they lost most of their games, and then that's where they were able to fall apart with most of their series. But if I recall correctly, Zara is not participating in season 27/28.
Yeah, that's word through the grapevine. They will be withdrawing from this season, so that is unfortunate.
Yeah,
Um,
for Zara's Templar.
yeah, as I was saying, I'll start adjusting the graphics for the next week. Now that we know which teams are playing and which teams are not, we can adjust accordingly. Just to clear the air, we'll throw it out there and see, in case you guys are wondering, well, which teams are not participating. We have three, so it's going to be Validity Gaming, Cryptic Gaming, and Team Legion. Actually, maybe four.
Yeah, it's four.
Okay, so Cryptic actually pulled out not even an hour ago, maybe 2 hours ago. So Validity, Cryptic, Zara's Templar, and Team Legion are pulling out. Three of the teams will be missed. One of the teams, not so much.
I hate to say it, but I completely
that's
agree.
that is that's Team Legion to specify. These guys literally, I don't know if they even played. They have put in an astonishing 0 and 114 group stage record.
Yeah. I don't think any other team has been able to come close to that, but
That's a record. It's it's a
I
it's
don't.
a record, you know.
Maybe someone who's been around here since season one will say no, it's not a record. But you know what? It feels like a record to us.
The only way it could not be a record is if there were more teams that they had to play. And
Mm,
I don't know. There were 13 teams this season. 114 losses is brutal. The
yeah.
2008 Lions. Oh no. All right. Let's anyway, so that's rank number 10. Let's jump into number 9. Who you got for 9, Bo?
I got Alpha X.
I got Alpha X. Talk to me. Tell me why.
Look, Alpha X has a great team. They have a really damn good team, and it just sucks that they had a terrible start. Like they
Mm.
had a really bad start, but near the end of the season, if you pay attention, it's like as soon as they swapped out their ace and they did some rejigging with their team, their wins, like they started to gain a lot of wins and they started to do really well. And then at that point, it was just too late. They already took too big of a loss at the beginning. It's kind of similar to what happened with kind of similar to what happened with Taste of Bacon, but Taste of Bacon lost a little bit harder.
Just
Like
a
it's
little harder.
yeah, just a little bit harder. But yeah, Alpha just had a rough start. But yeah, they have a great team. They have a lot of players that they can choose from. They can do some big recruiting, and they have a name that will draw a lot of players. So they have the potential to become one of the top teams. So that's like I don't want to rank them based off of potential, but like I did some rankings here based off of potential.
So a very common trait that I've noticed in some CTL teams is that the interest in CTL doesn't start high. It comes in and some people are like, yeah, I'll play, or say, not really interested. And then as their team starts to progress and starts doing better, teams are winning. They say, oh yeah, I want to play. CTL is awesome. Let's start scouting and doing better. And they take things a little bit more seriously. I think Alpha X had a very bad case of that. Like you mentioned, they did come back towards the end of the season, but if they can get the morale started off high, I think I do agree with you. So rank 9 is probably a good spot for them. Just unfortunately, I had them ranked a little lower. I actually think Jamit is I'm putting Jamit at number 9, not for any significant technical reason other than I
Mm-hmm.
just think that they outperformed the previous 3 teams.
Wow, that is some excellent analysis.
Very in depth, I am aware.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I guess stat wise, I don't know if they perform better, but I hope they perform better. I haven't actually looked too much at the stats, but
So,
I will give one more criticism of Alpha X. So
okay.
all I'm going to say is that one of their ace players plays the exact same style every single game.
Ah, yes. Yes.
So all I'm going to say is that you might want to get some variety of ace players
Xenodactyl.
and and not play the same guy so many weeks in a row.
Okay. So
Just want to put that out there,
I
just some
think
advice to you.
I think every team that is expecting to play off X, their ace set is practicing cannon rushes, defending cannon rushes nonstop, displaying all kinds of unorthodox games. That's just what they know to expect.
Yeah, Xeno. But I hope this season, they're gonna do well.
Zogren's actually saying that last season, Xeno was the only ace set player that they had, but they have more this year. Okay, so that's interesting. I
All right, good to know. Good to know that you're gonna get some more variety. I'm definitely not asking this because I don't like playing against Xeno deck. Guaranteed. That's the only reason why. Sorry, that's not the only reason why I'm asking. Okay, all right. So we get to move on to number 8.
Yeah, let's jump on to number 8. All right. So looks like at number 8, we both have Validity Gaming coming in. Um, there's
Poor
just
validity.
there's just not much to talk about at this point, other than that there was drama within the team. I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but I believe there was an exodus, and many
Yeah.
of the core members have moved on. And I believe word through the grapevine says they've teamed up with All Inspiration. So maybe we'll see All In have a deeper lineup this year. You know?
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they're able to do a little bit better. I'm just really sad that we're losing a whole other team in CTL
Yeah, that is
because
tough.
just having more teams, lots more players, it makes the season more exciting.
Especially a team like Valagy. You know, Valagy has been around
Yeah.
for quite a while. I just heard a chime, and I don't know why. Oh, Ron John Bond. Man, that is a tongue twister. Ron, thanks for the follow, man. Let me actually let me set this up. Hang on.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna run into some analysis of validity. Not too much to say here. They
Yeah,
got their ass beat by Cryptic.
we don't really want to beat
And
the horse, you know?
yeah, they got their ass beat by Cryptic. Their ace was great. They had a good season. Lots of lineups, lots of rotating lineups. It was like they kind of played it really well. And basically, if their players were just in a little bit better shape, it would have been nice. Yeah, they would have been a great team. But
So
their players,
it's
yeah,
interesting that you and I both have Valagy at 8. Despite the group stages, they ended the season or they went into playoffs at 5th. So they finished with 5 wins, 5 ties, and 2 losses, with a overall positive map score at 72 and 48. So
But-
they played well. They played well. They came in strong.
yeah,
That said, jumping into playoffs, they are, let's see, they came in as the number 3 seed. Not number 3. Excuse me. They come in at the 5th seed, the number 5 seed, and they played Cryptic.
the number 5.
Yeah, the number 5th. So Valid came in at 5th seed. Cryptic came in at 8th. Cryptic blew them out of the water, 8-2.
Yep.
So it's not exactly what you would expect. The 8th seed blowing the 5th seed just out of the water by that much. It's honestly, that's what inspired me to put them so low down here. Even if the map scores look good, if you choke in playoffs, it doesn't really matter. You can look as nice as you want, but if you can't perform in the playoffs, it's not going to be enough.
That's basically it. Yeah, validity. They had a good group stage, but then near the end, it was just playoffs where it mattered. They just couldn't lock it out against Cryptic. But the good news is that they won't have to play Cryptic again, and Cryptic won't have to play Validity again. Oh shit, I'm sad now.
Sadness. All right, let's jump into rank 7.
All right, moving on.
All right, move on up. Rank 7. We it looks like we both have All Inspiration sitting here at number 7. So All In came in to playoffs as the number 7 seed. They took on Team UR at the number 6 seed. And they were not able to complete it. They were able to complete it. Just unfortunately for them, they lost 7-3. Let's actually go take a look at the game. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, they had a rough time against Team UR. Team UR actually did really really well this season.
Yeah.
Anyways, I can just do a quick talk about their group stage though. Their group stage, they had a good run, but they played almost literally the same lineup every single week, and I was mad at was it Zara's or Jammet? I was mad at Jammet for the same thing,
All
but
right.
All In is higher because they did better. So that's basically the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, so
If
all I'm
you
gonna
use the
say
same
is,
if you use the same lineup and win every week, you look fantastic. But if you use the same lineup and you continue to lose, then it's a problem.
yeah, yeah. So All In literally went all in on one lineup and said, "Let's fucking go." And then I guess it turned out well for them until the playoffs, where they just did not do very well at all.
Yeah. Looks like 9K. Is it 9K? 9K. I don't know. 9K actually finished 2-0 in the upper bracket there, but just wasn't enough. Looks like Ice tied with Fireclaw 1-1, and then Coyote, Nano, and Wizard all succumbed to the 2-0. It was a good effort. A good effort. Looks like there was actually a walkover for their second set, which doesn't help your playoff chances whatsoever.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Whew. Walkover.
All right.
Wait, was that the walkover in the playoffs?
Looks like it. There's an
Ooh,
asterisk beside Hawkeye, so I'm assuming that's a play.
oh,
That's a walkover.
that's rough. All right, that's
Halfway
yeah,
down.
that's,
Halfway down.
yeah.
So now that we have filtered through some of the bottom portions of the teams, let's jump into the playoff contenders. Most of these guys were playoff contenders. Let's take a look. All right, coming in here
Wow,
at
that was beautiful.
was it? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Okay.
All right, coming in at rank number 6, we have. I've got UR. I've got
I've got
UR.
cryptic.
Looks like you've got Cryptic.
Yeah.
All right, talk me through it.
So I think cryptic did a little bit worse. So they destroyed Validity, and then they got smashed by PTH.
To
So
to be fair,
look,
PTH
yeah,
smashed a lot of people.
yeah, they did smash a lot of people. They kicked my ass too. They kicked my ass. All right, they kicked my ass in the series, and I was very upset by that because I was playing really bad. Anyways, not important. So I really did want to put Cryptic higher. I really did, but the thing that was really like it didn't that made them not go over UR was that in the group stage, a single player had 20% of the total map wins.
No
Okay,
kidding.
20% of their total map wins. One single player. So all I'm gonna say is that they were carried into the playoffs.
So let's give some recognition, right? Who is this player?
I don't remember their name.
Oh
I didn't
no!
write it down.
Oh no!
I'm trying to keep it a little bit anonymous, but like they were really good and they did really well.
Oh man. Well, if you guys, if you you guys can figure out which player was this,
Let me go check. Let me go check before I'm a dick and don't give this guy the recognition he deserves because he
yeah,
did a really good job.
because that is impressive.
Yeah.
Being responsible for a straight fifth of your team's overall wins, like that's impressive.
Mantra. It was Mantra.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah, Mantra did a great job. But like if they got carried into the playoffs a little bit by one guy. So that's why I put them lower. But I mean they made a good run with the opportunity they were given. So that's all I'm gonna say. They made a good run.
So I've actually got UR coming in at 6th, just because they jumped in and they actually smashed all in. The very first round in playoffs, they beat them 7-3, and it looked really, really convincing. Jumping into their next series, they took on Born Gosu. Um, They lost to Bongosu 6-4, so it was relatively close. And I think the 4 5 like the 5 6 7 slot are all very very close. I think any of those
Yeah,
could be interchangeable. Um, I wouldn't take any of those personally. I think as soon as the first week has been played, we'll have a more concrete answer. But just for right now, I'll have them at rank number 6.
yeah. I mean, I completely understand what you're saying, but I still think you're wrong. But
Hey, that's what we're here for, right? We're here to talk about it.
I think you're wrong. I think Cryptic didn't do as well as an Arrival. But you know what? We'll talk about that in the next one.
Did I not do my alerts on this one? Dang it. Hang on. I will fix. That's not what I wanted.
Oh, Jesus.
We're doing it live, boys. We're doing it live.
Hell yeah, browser sources. What are we doing?
I'm putting my alerts back on there.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So we'll fix it. There we go. Thanks for the follow.
Beautiful.
All right. Jumping into rank 5. What we got?
Did we switch?
I guess we just switched.
We
So
switched. Yeah, that's why I was telling you. We were going to talk about it next. So look, Team UR demolished all in the first round, but then they just barely lost to Gosu. Okay, like I think that UR had a greater potential to reach finals than Cryptic, but UR made a little bit of a mistake near the end. I don't know if this was a mistake or if they had some player issues, but they had a really strong ace and they had a pretty good lineup. And then near the end, they switched it up. And then it was just like lots of losses and ties, and it was just not that good. So this is in the group stage. So they just made a little bit of a mistake there, but honestly, I think that they had a lot more potential than Cryptic to get much
okay.
higher.
So I remembered why I actually put UR underneath Cryptic. So my reasoning, looking at the playoff run, was Cryptic took on Validity, All In took on UR, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cryptic won 8-2 as the 8th seed. They beat the 5th seed. UR came in as the 6th seed and beat the 7th seed. I think it's more impressive for the 8th seed to beat the 5th than it is for the 7th seed to beat the 6th. Even though, like, Cryptic came in, they won 8-2, and then UR came in and they won 7-3. So Cryptic won by a larger margin against a stronger opponent, and for that reason, that's why I put them at 5 over Team UR.
You know what? You can go with your stats and your numbers. All right, that's fine. You can do that. But I'm going on with my feelings. All
Going
right,
with the gut.
I'm going with the gut feeling. I
All
think
right.
Team UR, they just had it in them. And you know what? Maybe next season we're never gonna find out which one could have done better.
Shame. Team UR is really well known for prepping very well. Their
Mhm.
scouting is usually top tier. They usually know exactly what their opponent is going to do. Um, looks like that just didn't quite carry over, or maybe they knew what Born Gosu was going to do. They just couldn't execute. So they were knocked out in the quarterfinals. But it was a good run. It was a good run.
Maybe Born Gosu or just Born Gosu.
Say they're unrivaled at prepping. You're right. All right, jumping in at rank 4. I'm actually so we're gonna have some spicy debates on this one, right?
Yeah. It's gonna get a little spicy, yeah.
All right. Let me know why you got Bongosu here.
Okay, hang on. Let me just remember why I put Born Gosu here. Right. Okay.
I can tell you why I've got Platinum Hero solo.
Okay, you know what? Start with Platinum Heroes and I'll go Born Gosu afterwards.
Okay. So I actually have Platinum Heroes at rank 4, which don't get me wrong, I do not expect them to stay here for very long. I fully expect Platinum Heroes to jump up at least another pole position or two in the coming week. That said, well, actually, I'll get into that later. Okay, Plat Heroes jumped into playoffs after a phenomenal group stage. They had a amazing run in group stage. They won 79 wins, 39 losses map score. They finished the season at 8-3-1. Gale PTH hater confirmed. Not true. Kind of true. I don't know. We'll see. Platinum Heroes came in as the number 1 seed, and they took on the number 4 seed in SC Swarm. Um, Platinum Heroes got smashed. It wasn't even close.
They had a rough week. What can I say? People have
they
rough weeks.
they had a rough week. Okay, they came in, they got absolutely demolished by SC Swarm, and that's hard. That's hard as the number 1 seed. Fortunately, they did get another chance. It wasn't a one and done. They did have an extra life. Jumped in here into quarterfinals, and they barely beat, or not barely, they beat Cryptic Gaming as the number 8 seed. That said, that was really their only win in playoffs all the way up until the last third match, which, like the third place match, I'm actually not even too sure players were taking that match seriously. Once you get knocked out of, winning the playoffs, I think the interest drops off dramatically. I think effort stops being as high. So I feel like they didn't perform as well as they could have. They did beat Cryptic, and then they jumped in, played FXB in the semifinals, and they narrowly lost. So FXB did win 6-4, and that is where Platinum Heroes' playoff run really stopped, in my opinion.
Mm. So, Gail, all I'm going to say is that you're wrong.
Okay, that's all right.
Look, I think PTH had a great team. Like they were really good. And Born Gosu, I think, really needs to be uh, Born Gosu needs to be number 4. It's just really sad because Born Gosu also has a really strong team. So they beat UR in losers qualifier, and then they lost to Swarm. But they just barely lost to Swarm, right? So Born Gosu just barely lost to the team that came in second.
So for that
And they're
reason, I'm gonna go ahead and jump up and show rank number 3, just to kind of continue with that reason.
yeah.
Born Gosu had a season of almost.
That's just exactly what they had.
It is a season of almost. They jumped in at the very first round. It was the number 2 seed, number 3 seed. So FXB was taking on Born Gosu. They tied 5-5. So you jump into quarterfinals. Born Gosu almost beats UR 6-4. Or no, Born Gosu does beat UR 6-4, right? So it was close. Gosu comes in the semifinals to take on SC Swarm. Barely loses. It's just an almost. They almost win. They lose in a tiebreaker, which went to the highest set, which I'm assuming Swarm probably won the master set.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
And then I mean, you go from there and you go into the third place match. But as I kind of mentioned earlier, I don't place a whole lot of value on the third place match. So I for that record, I'm not even going to look at it. Born Gosu was close. It was close, and for that reason, that's why I have them at rank number 3.
Yeah, that's that. I have them at rank number 4 just because. I don't know if this is like a petty reason or a bad reason, but just because if they had a strong ace, they probably would have done a lot better. Because their
This is
ace
Gosu.
just kind of, yeah, this is Gosu. Like their ace could have like pulled it out for them, and they could have done a lot better. And it was just really sad to see them fall apart in that way because they do have a really good team. Wow, Dine was never following you. Oh, he
No,
subscribed. Never
Dime
mind.
dropped a sub. Thanks, my dude. Do
Hell yeah.
appreciate. That wasn't even a Twitch Prime. That was just that was the sub out of love. Much
Oh
appreciated,
man.
man. You just bought me a coffee. Thanks, dude.
So yeah, that's why I have Born Gosu, and then SC Swarm is number 3 for me.
All right.
Yeah. So this is where I get into just a little bit of once again, SC Swarm is great, but I just don't think that they had like the better team. Like they just barely beat Born Gosu. Like just barely. I don't think that they had the better team when like comparing the top two. So That's basically my
So
only thing.
for that reason, I'm actually going to disagree with you and put them at rank number 2. So I've got Swarm at rank number 2 because they almost beat so many of these teams. So Swarm comes in and they smash Platinum Heroes. It's not even close. Round 1, 8 to
Well,
2.
they had a bad week.
Hey,
Okay,
it
they had a
happens.
bad
It
week.
happens. I get it, but we're gonna talk about it. If you have a bad week, we're gonna talk about it. So
Yeah.
Swarm smashes Platinum Heroes and they get moved straight to semifinals. Swarm comes in and they tie with Born Gosu 5 to 5. This is close. Born Gosu is by no means a weak team, but they did edge them out. They get the win mostly because their ace set is higher. Also, that being said, Swarm jumps into the grand finals to take on FXB and they tie with FXB. So they have tied with not only one, but now two extremely strong teams, and just have narrowly lost on both sides. So it could have went either way. As if their ace player had performed a little better, then I think it could have been, we'd be
A
having
lot
a different
better.
we'd have a different talk.
Yeah, I think we would be having a little different talk. Maybe FXB would be ranked lower here, but honestly, I think PTH has more potential for next season to get higher than SC Swarm. They have more potential, and I think that overall they have the better team. They just had a rough week at the start. So given the second kick of the can, I can guarantee you PTH would win. Guaranteed.
For
I
what it's
will.
worth, I actually agree. I think Platinum Heroes are probably they've got more potential to jump up, which I
Yeah.
fully expect them to do so. And I will eat my words if they jump in and they absolutely blast whoever they're playing week 1 out of the water.
And look, I'm not just putting PTH here because their ace kicked my ass twice. I'm not putting them here just because of that. I'm putting them here because I actually think
there's a
that
little
their team
there's a little
is
survivor
really good.
bias happening here, isn't there?
Yeah, no, because I actually think that they have a really good team and that their potential is really good. And I think the same thing about SC Swarm. So that's the kind of thing about these top four. These top four are they're very close. This isn't like a big gap between them. Like these are all really, really close
Yeah,
rankings.
these are razor margins. If any of these teams line up against one another throughout the week, it's going to be a slugfest. 100% it's going to be the series of the week. All
Are we
right.
going to be casting a series of the week, or are we going to be casting game of the week? That's the question.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to, judge. We'll have to see what happens. If we get some really boring sets, then, maybe we don't cast the full thing. I don't know. Maybe we'll do game of the week.
We'll see. We'll see what we have time for.
We'll see. We'll judge public interest. All right. Going into rank number 1, the only team that has not made itself present yet is the reigning defending champions, Formless Bear Slots. They won season 26. I won't say convincingly. I will not say convincingly because Formless Bear Slots also had a season of almost, or not quite almost, but just barely. Formless Bear Slots had a season of just barely. They barely tied with Born Gosu, and 5 to 5. They barely beat Platinum Heroes at 6 to 4. And then they barely beat SE Swarm in the tiebreaker in the grand finals. So,
Do you hear that, Gale?
what's that?
That's just FXB barely scraping by.
It's just FXB barely scraping by. And I think I think we kind of suffer from similar conditions we were talking about earlier, where our top set is not always diverse. It's usually kind of similar. I'm going to pick on you, Bo Jenkins, as this pertains to you
It's just
specifically.
me. It's just me.
Bo Jenkins has primarily carried FXB in the top slot for quite a while. That being said, we have seen some more interest, and we can diversify a little bit. But we'll see if diversifying bites us in the butt. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe we diversify and we lose, and we realize we should have just kept playing Bo Jenkins. Don't know. But for that reason, I'm actually going to say Formless Bear Slots is at risk of dropping a couple pole positions as the season progresses. I think people are scouting us out. They kind of know a bit more what to expect, and they can start prepping accordingly. But FXB's roster continues to grow. We continue adding on strong people, uh, passionate players about StarCraft. I think it's I think I have a lot of high expectations for every team in our top four, and I think any of these teams could be number one next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I wish we had a little bit more variety in our set 1 and 2. Sorry, our set 2 and 3. Um, yes, Kazuda, you played more weeks, but and you played great, and you became an all-star, and it was amazing. Yes, but we were specifically talking about the ace. How I was very common as the ace,
And
and
ultimately,
that
if there's a tiebreaker, then the master set ace is what determines the outcome. So
yeah.
it's kind of why that
So
has a bit more value. Weight, I
I
guess.
was
Weight is the word.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I just really wish we could get a few more players for set 2 and 3 for next season. Hopefully we'll be able to recruit some. But sadly, even though I think FXB is a great team, I really don't think that I am not going to put a lot of money on us taking the next season.
Oh man.
I'm not going to put money on us to do that. But I believe I still have faith. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. Cool. I'm really excited for this upcoming season of CTL. Whether we uh, perform extremely well or if we flop. Either way, I'm here for it. I'm excited to cover all of the teams. If you guys, like we were mentioning, if you guys have a really barn burner of a game, let us know. Send us the replay. We want to cast some really cool replays, so we can do
Yeah.
the game of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. So send them over to me, and then oh, okay. Ice is in the chat. Hang on, I'll tell you where we rated all in. I rated it at 7.
Just
Um,
just to briefly jump back, we'll recap. So coming in at number 12, we've got Taste the Bacon. At 11, I had Alpha X. Bo had Jamit. At number 10, I've got Zara. We both agreed. Number 9, I've got Jamit. Bo has Alpha. Number 8, I've got Validity. We share the opinion. We share the opinion for All In at number 7. And then we will jump back into rank number 6. Bo has featured Cryptic Gaming at 6. I have put UR. Rank number 5, I've got Cryptic. We have swapped our opinions. Number 4, I've got Plat Heroes down. Bo has Born Gosu at number 4. We sort of switched. I've got Gosu at 3. Bo has Swarm at 3. I've got Swarm at 2. Platinum Heroes at 2. And then FXB at rank number 1. Yep. All right. Zogger and Saying Australia Classic, Ragnarok and Zaun are going to be playing under the slots. So you can kiss the season goodbye. We are done for.
let's go. It's gonna be a great season.
Yeah, that'll be hype. All right, guys. Well, for sake of keeping this under an hour and not letting this go on for too long, I guess we will go ahead and start wrapping on up.
Yeah. All I'm gonna ask is, do these power rankings make you feel a little bit more hyped for the season? Honestly, I'm feeling a little more hyped for the season.
I,
Just talking about it. Yeah.
I'm excited. I want someone to perform extremely well and come back and just tell me to, eat a shoe. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
here for
Seriously.
it.
Yeah, we're going to be doing these every single week. So every week we're going to be just looking at the games, looking at the results, and then we're just going to be going through this, and we're going to be ranking every single team. Once again, there's only going to be 9 teams for this season, so there's going to be one team that doesn't play, I think, every single week. So that's going to be a little sad, but yeah, we're going to be doing this every week. We're going to be casting a game every week, maybe a series. We'll see how much time we have, but yeah, make sure you come back every single week on the day that is unspecified at this moment.
Yeah, we don't know yet. As some of you guys know, if you're familiar with CTL games, you can play games even on Sunday. So unless we're doing this Sunday night and we have some inside source that gives us all the games, like we're just not going to know the results until Monday. So maybe we'll do Monday nights, maybe we'll do Tuesday nights. To be determined. We'll let you guys know. Be sure to watch the CTL Discord, and we'll have that announcement posted at some point.
Yeah, and we also have written power rankings. So we do have a write up for every single team. So I don't know if we're going to be posting this on Engine. I don't know if Engine's dead or not. I don't know if it's dead, or we're going to be posting it in the Discord. But Gail and I both have a written power ranking that will be going up as well after the video, so you guys can go and read if you want a little bit more a written thing, or if you don't have time to tune in, you can just go or give it a quick read, skim, and then get mad at us for having amazing opinions.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we will go ahead and wrap this up, and we will catch you on the next episode after week number 1 has been played. All right. See you guys.
See ya.